Hey guys, welcome to another recap of Celebrity Apprentice. What'd you think of the show, homie? Alright, so last time Aubrey O'Day ran away from home. It was pretty awkward. Alright, Lisa Lampanelli has a little freak out on Arsenio because he's all talking smack after the fact about how Aubrey was a bitch and a whore. And Lisa Lampanelli does not like that. She is a genteel woman who would never say anything like that until they come back from the boardroom and she finds out that Dee was fired. Can you believe it, Homer? She found out that Dee was fired and called Lou an effing a-hole. Effing loser, actually. Bitch, whore, are you for real? That was cold. So Arsenio gets to deliver his check via Skype to the Magic Johnson Foundation to none other than Magic Johnson, which was kind of cool. They did a little head bump on Skype. I didn't know you could do that, but apparently you can. So Aubrey's back, and they have a, oh darn, they have a little meeting at Times Square, and we find out that the company this week is entertainment.com. And they have to create a 60-second commercial for them, and the PMs are Teresa and Diana. Now let me just say, I used not.com, I used the entertainment booklets, because they didn't have it on computer back when I lived in the city, and I thought it was the best ever. We used almost every coupon that we could in that book. And back in the day, they didn't have it for merchandise so much. They only had it, when it first came out, it was only for food. And we pretty much used every coupon in there. So when Lisa Lampanelli finds out that Diana is the project manager, she is like, don't cry for me, Evita, and oh my god, it's wrong on so many levels, and Homer just freaking raked my leg because he hates Lisa Lampanelli. He effing hates her. Alright, Aubrey and Arsenio on Team Unanimous. They have a little kissy makeup, although she still hates him, and she would stab him in the back in a hot second if she could, or if she felt the need to. So Teresa comes up with the concept of a dirty double entendre commercial, and it's about a dad, aka Paul Sr., thinking his daughter is being a whore in the next room and goes busting in, but finds out that she's actually just using entertainment.com with her boyfriend. He's showing it to her. So when they dressed up Paul like a nerd, I mean, that was just fantastic. I loved it. He's only one step away from nerd. Alright, on Team Forte, Penn had to leave early. He had another show, so he got all of his work done early so he could get the hell out of there. And their concept was basically a love story and beyond. It was a couple that met, and they dated, they got engaged, they got married, and then they had a baby, because they were looking for a baby carriage at the end of the commercial. So Lou wanted to be in the commercial. No. It's unbelievable. No one's going to believe that you have met someone, but you know, it wasn't gonna work. Then he starts crying about how he's knows about filming, and he wanted her to use different camera angles, and everybody's like, no, that's gonna take a lot of time to move the camera around, and we don't have that. Alright, so they finally give him something to do. They say, could you freaking make the banners? And he's like, what banners? You want me, do you want 3 of these and 2? No, just make one movie size one, I think it was like 2x6 or 2 2x6 and 1 2x8. And he's rattling off all these numbers, and they're just like, no. Sorry. Lisa is beginning to see the light on Team Diana. She is like, okay, so maybe she's not just a pretty face. Thank you. Finally. We'll see how long it lasts, though. And they ask Lou if he likes the commercial, and he says yes, he does, and that he would tell them if he didn't. guess what? He effing hates it. But he doesn't have the balls to tell them. Sorry, they've been snipped. All right, presentation time, team unanimous. They presented theirs as a team, and the execs really liked that. But they did not like when they said that coupon cutters were old-fashioned. So Team Forte, not quite as exciting. I'm going to have to agree there. Their commercial left me a little bit flat, although it was full of good information. You know, cost $30, you could do this, you could do... They gave, you know, the different discounts and everything. So I think it was definitely a dead heat as to which commercial should have won. I could have gone either way. All right, everybody wants Lou gone. Everybody on his team anyway. Probably the other team wants him gone too. I don't know. But Lou has a major freak out on Lisa. He brings up the whole thing, oh, she called me an effing loser and blah, blah, you know, that hurt my feelings and I would never do that. And he goes as far as saying, if she was a man, he would throw her through the wall. Well, she is a man. I'm pretty sure she's got a penis. So have at it, Lou. Do your worst. That was really low class to have to threaten violence like that. I'm not a big fan of that at all. I don't care who you're saying it to. I would have fired him on the spot just for threatening her, but Trump wanted it to play out, of course. He had another half an hour to fill. Actually, it was more like 40 minutes at that point. Now, there was a big love fest on Team Unanimous. Teresa could not choose anyone who did a bad job on her team. She would bring everyone back. But if she had to choose somebody, it would probably be Aubrey, because she's got a big mouth, and that's kind of difficult to deal with. It is. All right, so Lou, in a stunning display of disloyalty, says that he liked the other team's commercial better. And Trump is like, that is so not cool, because I'm all about loyalty. That's why I got Marla Maples pregnant while I was still married to Ivana. I'm all about the loyalty. So Lisa and Lou get into another verbal sparring match, and we find out that the executives choose Team Unanimous. So Lou, gird your loins, because the boardroom's coming. All right, well, he walks in and plays the disability card, and Homer is pissed. He said, how could you possibly do that? You have set back people with disabilities 1,000 years. All right, so then Trump says, who would you fire, Lou? Would you fire Lisa? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, wait, I have to digest that. And he says, no, I'd fire Diana because she's project manager. Lou, I'm sorry, you're freaking mental. When you say that you give 110% every task, you give like nothing, okay? Like absolutely nothing, except for the time that you danced around like a jerk in the mop video, and it was hilarious. You're a buffoon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not on Team Lou anymore. At first I was like, alright, well maybe I feel sorry for him a little bit, but now I can't even say that I feel sorry for him anymore, except that he's mental. Sorry, Lou. Don't don't freak out on me. So it's loyalty versus honesty, and Trump picks loyalty. So Lou is fired. And then Lou freaks out and is like, take it back. I don't want to be fired. And Donald Trump is like, no, I'm sorry, Lou. There's nothing I can do about it. And then he's like, okay. Weird. All right. Next time, Lisa freaks out. ... Again. So till next week, much love.